When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
Having some technical difficulties with the music right now. my goodness, it's been a little bit since the last live stream. Holy cow. Okay, hold on, let me turn this down for a little bit. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, just in a few moments, I will get things all prepped up. And it's now live. So I'll let those within my Discord server, the ones that has the camping, just to make sure. So, and also showing the thumbnail too. But I'm not going into the streaming VC at all for this first half of the live stream, and then I'll probably go up in there and see if anybody ends up joining to talk about, you know, just for like a little break. Nothing too catastrophic, you know. In the meantime, I'll let this music go through. Alrighty, okay, so for those who are in the chat, welcome. Even the ones who end up returning. It's nice to see you all here. I'm about to get my camera out. I don't know if you guys can able to see me, because it's not the end of the day. It's not dark over by where I'm at, but I'm gonna try to turn it on. Take this off. There we go. Oh yeah, you guys can see me. All right. So, welcome to the Halloween stream. This stream is a special one because this is a live stream that I'm going to talk about couple few points before getting into the points of the final remarks. That's what it says within the actual description. If I look at it right now, I may also look at my phone just in case, because what am I doing exactly is if I could get it down, there it goes. All right, there we go. So there's the description. So I'm gonna let it play. So in this stream, I'm going to go over about some good news and bad news. Yes, there is a bad news up in this case with a lot of shit's going on. Then I'm going to go over to the last remarks about the final few points that I keep on bringing up on what the heck is going on, and it will tie into something that is brand new out of the space once I do show it on the main screen, and it's going to be amazing to talk about with these couple few points, and then why the last remarks would end up being tied into this new channel that I have created that will separate the channel into a couple of few things, which is the controversial parts. That will be part of that second channel, which I will reveal it very soon. But first, I want to talk about the little change up that's happening in the background. So as you can see, there's you can see one of my bestest blasters that I managed to purchase, which is called the X-Shot Pro Long Shot. I don't know why they named the Long Shot as the name, but I would rather call it the Far Shot. To a simple context about this blaster, it's a blaster that shoots high performance half-length darts, but also long darts that are included with the blaster. But you could also use other long darts and other short half-length darts within this blaster. As you can see right here, I already have a mag converter for these short darts. Those are the best mags for the blaster to use for the short-length darts. And the performance out of the short-length darts is actually way more consistent than long darts, especially when it comes down to elite darts. If you guys don't know, the FPS for it is feet per second, not frames per second. That's completely a different way. If you see me like in like this motion, that's how fast it goes by frame, you know, while waving my hand. But like, feet per second means how far a dart will go, or a projectile like an airsoft gun BB. So it's kind of like that. But it shows over 100 FPS, and it's way over the elite part of the Nerf Elite darts. And the Elite darts are absolutely inaccurate when it goes to that velocity. I do have another blaster called the X Fury, which shoots only half-length darts. But I have the Ion Pro in the back that shoots half-length darts and full-length darts in the same way as this blaster, but it's like a more pistol top prime mechanism. So if you think about it, if I had the Ion Pro in my hand right now, it would be that. But you do see it, it's right there in sight. I did manage to change things around on top of here of my closet. But also, if I could take my camera, you can see that I cleared off most of the stuff that's on my dresser. You can see my two main little mini dressers that's for my clothes. And the reason why they're off of there, besides the rest of the stuff that's on top of this dresser, is that there's a dresser that that me and my dad had brought into the inside of the gate of my outside of my house, basically. And right now, I already did clean out most of my drawers. I already cleared off most of the stuff that's up top of my dresser here currently. But what's going to end up happening is that this dresser would no longer be in my room, and it's going to get replaced with the new tall dresser that I'm going to place inside of this room. Because it's time for a change, time for a little minor change. And also, I forgot, you can see that this is the trash bag that has all the rest of my stuff right here. So if anybody was wondering, I am not moving whatsoever. It's just a little minor change to my room. It's not official or anything. I'm not moving out or anything like that. It's just that I'm trying to move some stuff around. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the first thing off of the couple of youth points. Earlier today, we lost an extended family member who has passed away not that long ago within today. And I don't even meet all of my family members. I just want to clear this out. Or point this out. I don't really talk to a lot of my family members, but I want to say RIP to my mom. One of my mom's side of the family members is passing. I forgot their name, but I want to say it's rest in peace. My heart goes out to a few of my family members that are actually in pain right now as we speak. More importantly, it's one of my mom's aunts. So, yeah. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is gaming revelations. Yes, I am about to talk about gaming revelations. Right now, as we speak, tomorrow is the day that gaming revelations will start to finally come back up, and the first episode for season 2 starts within around 12 o'clock noon, around the same time frame as usual, but in a different time stamp, which is 12 p.m. same time zone. But it's going to make its return, and I did say that within my live stream from a couple of few weeks back, the previous live stream that talks about the reset phase timeline read. If you guys have not seen that, go check that stream out. It's already out either way. It's in the live category of my own channel, and make sure you kind of get the understanding of when I'm talking about that. But other than that, Gamer Revelations, the episodes that I have produced throughout this year, from episodes 1 to 10, aka episode 23, hold on, 23 to 33, I'm not too sure, it could be 32, hold on, I may have to look into my thumbnails real quick, because it's been a little bit, so I need to figure out which episode leads to, like, how many episodes are going to be coming out for the first half of season 2. I just need to make sure. It's before I kind of misconception myself. Come on, YouTube Studio, out of the way. On the way we go for the episodes for me to look at. So like I said, there's 10 episodes already done so far, but there's one episode that would not be in the works until December. Until December is when the final episode of the first half is going to start. But let's see. I just need to make sure. I just need to make sure if I get this right. Okay, 32. That's what I figured. So it's going to go from 23 to 32. 23 to 32 episodes. And it's gonna be between from tomorrow all the way until a couple few days before Christmas, and hopefully you guys would able to keep on checking with what's going on with the episodes before the first half of the season 2 ends around December. But then the rest of the other episodes will not be airing up until next year, so we don't know what's going on, depending on what the fuck is going on as a whole. But, what else? Oh yeah, the new channel. So this is the most biggest reveal I ever done, but it has to be done, okay? Also, I'm going to make sure that my subscriptions is not showing, so that way you guys cannot see who I subscribe to. But there's a couple of you that I always follow that everybody should know. Markiplier's definitely one of those channels I always watch. But he's not making as much content as he does. Same thing with everybody else. But that's basically their own life basically their own personal life they have to get to. But besides that, the second channel. I'm about to show it right now. This is what everybody's been kind of concerned and curious about this channel and how it's going to perform. But this is my second channel. This is my second attempt of making a second channel. This is called CTBTR Life Talks. And the purpose for this channel is to talk about what's getting onto my chest that I need to get off of my chest, or what I have to talk about that's going on of the controversial topics. Like, if you guys remember from me talking about the guidelines, right? I did say I would never talk about the controversial problematic problems that affects people as human beings. That part is still valid with the both channels as a whole, my main channel and with this channel. But I will still talk about it only in this channel, because this channel is going to separate the way how my... And what do you know? Presley is up in the chat, boys. Presley, oh my lord, you are here at the right time for me to talk about my second channel. That's crazy to see you popped up out of nowhere. But this is my second channel. This is the second channel that I kept on hiding for almost like 2 weeks, like a 2-week parameter. And like I said, this channel is going to separate the content away from my main channel. So here's my main channel. It stays and remain the same. It's not going anywhere. I have to be very specific on that. It's not going anywhere. But as for this second channel, like I said, it is a channel that's me talking about something that's getting on my nerves and I wanted to get off of my chest, or there's something that I really want to talk about that is controversial. So this channel is not going to affect anything that's going on with this uploading system with my main channel, because within Discord, for those... Oh, fuck. No. I didn't mean to open up Clip Champ. Get out of here. There we go. I didn't mean to open up Clip Champ. I do apologize that. So, I did say to myself, like, is it going to conflict my channel, CTBTR content, the main channel, basically, of uploading? I would say no, and there's a perfect reasons why, because, well, that explains. And there's the video that's me talking about what this channel is gonna have the purpose. But again, like I said, is this second channel going to conflict my uploading of my main channel's uploading? No. It's gonna stay on its own branch. It's not gonna show up within my own Discord server. It's not gonna show up anywhere but its own channel by itself. The second channel. That's all I'm gonna say from here, because again, it's gonna conflict a lot of shit, and I don't want. Let's say for example, if I'm trying to think of who's up in here. Let's say for example, as a example, let's say if let's say for example, Kyoto ends up seeing something that's very controversial out of something that he sees, and he ends up complaining about it, and all of a sudden it's not great for him to look at it. So it's just it's just an example. I know how Kyoto is. I know how he knows me about what I talk about, and he's very open-minded about that. But again, it's just as an example. So I don't want my second channel here trying to conflict with the main channel as a whole. Again, I'm going to show it. Here's the main channel. This is the only channel that's going to be connected through Discord of the Discord server, but the second channel would not. So, and like I said, so far it's only 2 videos I already made. Again, check this video out for more information. And holy shit, 6 subscribers. Thank you for those who are actually subscribing. Wow. But also thank you for at least 400 subscribers. I forgot to mention about that. Maybe I did within the last stream, but I forgot. But thank you for that as well. But yeah, so there goes the second channel. I'm about to pull this back up and close that out. And I'm gonna put this back on over this way. I think that's it. Yes, I think that's it for those. Now it's time for me to talk about, which it's going to hurt, which it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty for me to talk about this, but it's gonna transition to the final remarks that I have to do. But oh my lord, it's very, very hard. It's very hard for me to really talk about, it's very hard for me to talk about this topic because it's very controversial at the moment, but it's also part of the couple few points, but it's also within the remarks, in the remarks category. But before I do get into the category, does anybody have any questions about the new second channel? Does anybody have any questions about okay, let me look at this. Hold on, let me get to, oops. Wait, what did I just do? Hold on. Whoa! The fuck just happened? Hold on a minute. I accidentally... What the fuck just happened? I think I just accidentally took off. Oh shit. Select stream. It's not going... Oh shit. What is going on here? The chat is not even going on. What the hell? Oh no. I can't see the chat anymore on my screen. Refresh. Not supposed. Oh no. No, don't mute it. What the hell? Forward. No. Oh, there we go. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I was panicking for a second. I was like, oh no, what the hell did I just manage to click off from my chat? My bad. Let's see. All live chat. There we go. So, I was looking at Presley for a second of his own chat within the live chat. And, you know. I mean... Based on what you're saying, Presley, I should be fine. Because I just wanted to stay, like, you know, I just wanted to get too familiar, try to familiar with the stuff that I have. Because I don't want to kind of screw things up. Because I don't know. Like, I already have my own profile setting for my scene, which is CTBTR. Which it's actually right here, yes. The CTBTR setup. That's the only scene that I have. But we could probably do that later. We could probably do it way later, but not today, if that makes more sense. Also, I don't know why it's showing that's not removed. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going by your username. I would say Bob for now, but he says this is it going to be political? Oh, So you're referring about this my second channel? It can be. It can be, but I have to make sure that it has to be done right to put my own expectations, my own thought process about how the world is going on, how the fuck is going on with the world, if that makes more sense. Let's see. And based on your second question, what are you gonna rant about? Is basically what it is that makes me want to talk about life wise or controversial wise. I don't know. But again, it's in the works, and this is where the video "What's Going On with the World" or "What's Going On with the World" video is not. Put this way, it's not gonna be in towards my main channel. It's gonna more focus onto the second channel. But as far as I know, right. Presley's right about that. Yeah, so that's basically what the point is about for the second channel. I don't. Also, I just checked your thing. You're mistaken. That's Orlando, but he's in the chat as we speak. But I don't know what I was mistaken about. That's it kind of raises my eyebrow, you know. I don't know if it was when I kind of messed up my freaking chatting system or what, but I managed to get it back. It's on my OBS system. Because I was like, oh no, what did I just do? But then I had to make sure. Oh yeah, that's what I did. I accidentally hit him, and then all of a sudden, my chatting system got all fucked up. That's what it was. Message redacted. What the fuck? What did Bob say? I will disclose of that information, Bob. I will disclose about that information. Also, it feels weird because you keep because a lot of people keep on, not a lot of people, but there's some certain group that keeps on talking about me about that. But I don't know. But at that point, I was just gonna disclose that information, okay? I'm not even gonna tell what it is. Who's Bob? The one in the chat, which his username is Bob, but for some reason his actual name channel is saying the almost half part of the. It's almost half part of the M word, but you kind of know who I'm referring to. But he has the Gatorade drink on his profile picture. Not SpongeBob, Presley. I mean, if we end up talking about SpongeBob, it would have been it, but no. Okay. Just want to make sure there's nothing going on my phone. But yeah. So. Who? What? Okay. Oh yeah, so okay. That's what I was trying to think now. this is another thing before we get into what I have to talk about. It is regarding to some of the people that I used to talk to aren't talking. They aren't talking to me as much. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put up the Halloween stream, the little thumbnail. What do you guys think about the thumbnail premise, real quick? Because I wanted to know about that, but also I really want to talk about this. Apparently, two people kind of misinterpret what I was talking about, almost like the beginning of the month, in the middle of the month too, as well, and they didn't like the way how like they will understand it once they kind of do understand what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna tell them real quick is that I am sorry I'm sorry for the way how things go when it comes down to the fake ass account. For those who don't know about the account, it popped up around during the same time when I was not myself in August, and it was terrible. It is literally terrible. Okay, I'm putting that back. So if Orlando knows exactly who I'm referring to, I want to apologize for the misinterprets what's going on with the fake account. But again, I want to keep this on the disclosure again. Like I said, the only accounts that I have is basically the channel that you're watching, the second channel that's now revealed, and it's also within the link in the description of this live stream. But it's also I do have my two accounts within Instagram, and the only account that I have on Discord. Those are the only accounts that I have that are staying true what I have, including Twitch. I forgot I still have Twitch, but right now in the moment it's decommissioned, temporary decommissioned until I can come back into Twitch. Who knows? But again, I want to say, again, to those who kind of think that they are the ones who are acting like the fake account, I'm sorry for the way how it is, but you need to kind of cooperate with. You need to start to cooperate about the mess that this account is trying to do. And like what Presley is saying within the chat, don't screw with people under hard work. It's so wrong and stupid. Exactly. Straight to the point that I was trying to make, and even the point that I made earlier too, if you think about it, because once you start to mess with, oh, there goes my headphones. Hold on. Again, it happens when it's not inactive. So, but yeah, so again, it sucks to see a fake account going around, but keep this in mind: do not follow any fake account that's so similar to the real person's account, and I mean it seriously. And Orlando, if you are into the chat right now, you want to tell those people that I did apologize for the way that things are going, that the things are not going as it's supposed to be. And again, like I said, if they end up accepting the apology for the talk that's happened within this month, let them know. All right. He did. Who did? The fuck? Okay. You know who I'm referring to. It's not the fake account. You know who I'm talking about. Oh yeah, thank you, Presley. The manhunt is something that's Presley that kind of made. I can't. Hold on. Let me do it. Hold on. Let me step back for a second. So Orlando, you know who I'm referring to, right? Because because it's 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 basically your two brothers that that were kind of complaining and thinking that, you know, oh, it's about the fake account. It's about the fake account that I'm trying to mention right now. Yeah, now you know. But let him know that I'm apologize to that, but they also need to apologize for the way how things are turning out. But also at the same time, they need to like be very open. They need to be very open about things of intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts, a full-on mindset talk instead of immature, childish, you know. But I'm not getting into that at that category. But you guys know what I'm talking about. But with the manhunt, Presley himself wanted me to kind of like do this, and it's not going to be part of Gaming Revelations. I want to keep that in mind. It's on its own separate video branch away from Gaming Revelations. Of course it's going to get classified as for gaming, right? But it's not going to be classified for Gaming Revelations. It's a separate thing that Presley wants to do. And again, check his own channel out. He's actually into the chat as we speak. But again, check him out. He's cool. And I want to give him a shout out for that. Especially talking about everything else. What the fuck? Oh man, I wish I could play the fucking sound right now, but I can't. But what the fuck are you talking about, Bob? That's my question. Did you know some of your OCs or original characters? Bob, like go back to the message that you sent, because I'm looking at the message right now. Presley, if you want to look at it for yourself too, but what? Like what? Hold. Hang on a minute. Wait, I can't search it on here. Hold on. I'll just hold on. I need to look at it for myself, because this is something that needs to be looked at. Something that needs to be looked at, dude. How is it fucking true? First of all, how is it fucking true? How the fuck is... Hold on. I'm not gonna search it up through my main search. I'm gonna use incognito for that matter, but I'm just gonna check, alright? I'm just gonna check. I'm gonna put my phone under my desk real quick. Because that way it's not fully seen on the screen, so you guys cannot see what I am looking at. But I'm gonna straight up look at what the hell is going on. Because because I don't buy it, but I have to check though. Let's see. See that. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on, let me see. Okay, and then I swear, if it does pop it up, I don't know who is the right mind trying to fucking do that, because that's not fucking okay, first of all. And second of all, that's I do not condone this, by the way. I really do not condone this. And I did say, hold on, that's another thing. Hold on, let's go back to the guidelines here. This is what I exactly just said. So I do allow people to draw fan art of my avatar. Not a character, okay? He's an avatar, alright? But also... The fuck? Oh, Xbox, get the fuck out of here. Get that notification. Alright. Ready? So... But also at the end of... On the opposite end of what I do not accept is this. I do not support or condone people drawing SMW of my avatar. Or any art fetishes, etc. within that feed. Like, right now, I'm actually looking at it. Like... I'm just trying to make sure that it's not true. I want to make sure it's not true. Because if it is true, we're going to have some problems. Someone's just going to have some problems with me. Because I really do not condone that. Let's see. Hold on. Maybe if I put that and then this, would that trigger it? No. No? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me see. Let's do that, underscore that, and then this. No. Okay, hold on. Because I know it's... Because, hold on, I'm just trying to get this... Let me go to another one. Let me go to another one real quick. Because I want to make sure it's out of the feed as best as I can. But we all know that at the end, Bob is probably lying. Who knows? Because I want to make sure it's staying off of that, you know. Let's see. Okay. And let me just try it one more time. Ooh, it's pretty close, but that's not it. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, so I checked it out. It's not in there. It's definitely not in there. Bob is actually lying. Lying motherfucker. You're lying, motherfucker. It's not even there. Alright, we're good. I just want to make sure it's not there, because... Now, if you really think about it, the real account is doing some shady... the fake account of itself is doing some real shady shit. But they haven't done a post, like, a week. Because I'm still tracking it. That's the problem. Let's see. Or maybe it was a character that resembled yours. Does it resemble to my own avatar? Because again, my avatar is not a fucking character. I mean, it is technically, but not at the moment because of the reset of time. Okay. Okay, so I want to make sure because otherwise, like I said, I would be fucking damn concerned. Presley would have been concerned, obviously. He'd be like, why would people do this? You know what I mean? But yeah, so we're good. We're good on that. But like I said again, check out Presley's channel. He's in the chat again, like I said. And make sure you stay on a high alert about the manhunt, because he's the one who's controlling it, because he's the host of it. So, because once he lets me know that the videos is ready to go, and then I'll post mine up soon for that. But it's separate. It's not gonna be in the second channel, but it's going to be in the main channel. But again, it's not gonna be in line with Gaming Revelations, just to keep that in mind. Now, this is what I'm really want to talk about. So, for those who have not aware what's going on with Roblox, okay? I'm literally looking at the chat right now. Okay, but I'm also looking at Discord. How did... Okay. I'll get to that soon, Presley. I'll get to that soon. I don't know what the heck is going on. Oh, okay, never mind. How the fuck do you lose the videos? That's my question. Because it should be not been wiped out clean. I know for a fact. Because I always want to make sure that my stuff doesn't get... Oh. That's why. Okay, well, that's gonna be put on hold. But like I said, once it does pop up, whenever the time comes to that video, it's going to be up on my channel, but it's not going to be affiliated within the space of Gaming Revelations. But other than that, let's talk about Roblox. This is where I'm literally looking at the chat. So this is about time to kind of transition to the remarks that I'm gonna try to do, making my final talking points that will go into my second channel as a full-on video. Plus with the rest of the talking points that I did from the last 2 live streams. But this is where it gets very painful, because I don't know if Lone is in the chat or not, but I'm just gonna, but I don't know. That's up to him if he ends up seeing this. I have no clue. But when it comes down to Roblox, for the past few months, or for the past few years, up until this moment in this year, Roblox has been very, very, very not with the people. It's been not with the people, especially with the content creators that keeps on posting about Roblox. You know, like Creekcraft is definitely a good example now, since he's common knowledge Roblox YouTuber. But unfortunately, Roblox decided to ban Schlep out of nowhere. He's another Roblox creator who actually tries to get rid of Predators. Not Predators the movie. We're not talking about that, if those are thinking. I'm talking about actual Predators trying to date people who are younger, around like the ages of a young adult, or young people of under the age of 18. And it's absolutely not okay, am I Alan Alley? I do not condone this whatsoever. But this is why I'm doing hand motions here. This is where it really starts to go down for Roblox. Ever since they banned Schlepped out of nowhere, a lot of people that plays Roblox, doesn't matter what age you are, was pretty fucking pissed. Like, right down center. And the major issue about that is the way how Roblox is trying to portray a lot of folks that works with Roblox. Creekcraft is one of them, but he ends up finally starting to realize, like, you know what, if Roblox is continuing to try to do this, I'm leaving the STAR program. That's from Roblox. And he decides to do so. And here's a couple few YouTubers that I want to mention as well. Kylan Kean, for those who may remember who he is, he also left the STAR program. And even Think Noodles. Think Noodles, who is a friend to Dan to the M. I am not making this up. If you guys are a hardcore fan of Dan to the M and Think Noodles, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But Think Noodles decided to also leave the STAR program, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy about that, because again, a lot of us do not condone people who date younger people, and it's not fucking okay. Like, seriously, it's not fucking okay not just within Roblox, it's every single platform. It's also happening within Discord. It's also happening within Kick. It's also happening within Omegle, unfortunately. It's everywhere, dude. It's not just within Roblox, it's everywhere. And I do not condone this at all. You guys probably think that I may be joking about it, but no, I'm not joking about it. I'm literally I'm very serious about this one. And including with the Roblox games that's on Roblox that is not appropriate for children, which there's a little bit of good news that those games like the Bathroom Simulator is been taken down, not the rest of the other ones. But Roblox has been losing revenue, which that's a good sign to show them like, hey, this is not okay for doing this. But as we get into what I'm about to say is that there's a couple of people within Roblox ever since, even the ones who do not play it, do not condone that whatsoever. And a lot of people within Roblox, especially a couple of you YouTubers, are about to leave Roblox for good because of that reason. And the major reason that is because of Slap being banned, right? Because what Slap tries to do is get those predators to be arrested with the use of law enforcement, which that's actually a good sign, to my own opinion, just to do a claim about it. And not only that, he's been doing it consistently up until Roblox decides to do this, like, oh, sorry, Slap, we don't condone this whatsoever. We decided to ban your ass. Like, what? Like, makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense at all just to ban a good YouTuber who's trying to do good things by getting rid of the predators within Roblox. And now, Roblox has caused a major mistake. One of the biggest mistakes that they ever done. That's why a lot of companies, and there's a lot of enforcements, is about to sue Roblox for what they're doing, especially around the world too, which is crazy to me. And this is where it leads to me. Am I going to be playing Roblox still after all this time? Unfortunately, I am not going to be playing Roblox anymore because of that shit. And I stand with Slep. He does not deserve to be banned off of Roblox. But I decided to leave. Like, of course my own Roblox account is still there. Of course I still have the Roblox player there. But I would still check if anything has changes. Don't get me wrong, I will still keep on the whereabouts of what's going on with Roblox. But keep this in mind. I would no longer be playing Roblox from this point forward because of that reason. And another reason on top of that is that Roblox is starting to die off of my own body. It's starting to die off of the fun out of me, and it's time for me to move on away from Roblox. It's about damn time. Like, I came onto Roblox officially right around 2020 when the COVID-19 came around, and met a YouTuber who goes by the name of CT Cool, aka Caleb. If people know who I'm referring to. He's a cool dude, and I have him in the Discord server. If Presley, if you're still here, if you go into the Discord server and look for the name of Caleb, that's the man that I am friends with, and he's a former Go Animate. You know the Flash games thing that I showed you a while back? That's exactly who I'm referring to, and he's a cool guy. He's awesome, and I haven't talked to him for a while, but hopefully he does come back on Roblox, not Roblox. Oh my god. Hopefully he does come back up on Discord to see how am I doing, basically. That might happen, who knows. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, you know. But he's a cool dude. I've been friends with him ever since 5 years ago, and we haven't talked since then. From last year, or no, beginning of this year. My bad. Beginning of this year, that's when we stopped talking. But hopefully, by the end of it, we do end up talking to each other again and see if he's down for anything. But other than that, that's the end of that section. It is now time for me to conclude the final few points for the remarks that I have to do. And oh my god, it's already 1 hour. Well, it's less than 1 hour because I started with it 10 minutes before 5 o'clock. So that kind of makes sense. So, with the final remarks about everything, okay? Right now, there's some good news and some bad news within what's going on with the SNAP benefits with the United States. There's so many shit that's happening with the United States, I can't fucking keep up. It's like crazy out of the blue. But it's just in general. This is like the general overall remarks about this. And I have to make the final few points that I want to make. And I'm going to try my best, okay? Even though it's not going to be good or great, it's not going to be... Or even though it's going to be good or great, it's not going to be at best, okay? This is where it really starts to get interesting, and this is where, to those who may watch this outside of the U.S., to those who are watching in the U.S., in the U.S., if you don't even know what the fuck that is going on within the United States or what's going on with the world as a whole, let's talk about... Wait. Let's think about what's happening with Gen Z across around the world. Because right now, Gen Z, our generation, is literally protesting so many governments. Nepal's government. Let's talk about that for a second. They literally took down the government and they used Discord. Like, I am not fucking kidding. They used the actual Discord, making up a server for their own government shit that they want to create, and that's actually very wholesome. There's Lone. There the fuck you are. Where the fuck have you been, dude? Where the fuck have you been? This is absolutely, that's absolutely insane, dude. If you're not aware, okay, I'm gonna tell you this right out, Lone. I'm not gonna be playing Roblox anymore. Because of the slap situation and due to what the heck's going on in Roblox, I am not playing Roblox anymore. I'm just gonna keep it at that. But like I was saying, with Nepal literally took down their own government. Gen Z specifically, our generation, literally decided, like, you know what? Let's try to make our own Discord server for Nepal, the country of itself, and he used it on Discord. Like, what the fuck? As soon as I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? But it's not only just Nepal that literally did it successfully, taking out their own corrupted government. It's also Bangladesh and Madagascar. As far as for other countries that I can think of, Serbia is one of them. They're still protesting about that shit, of their own government and shit. East Timor is another one. I'm trying to think. Peru is definitely another one. Kenya's definitely another one. Yeah, Kenya within Africa is definitely another one. And I can't think of anything else. But also I did see some thumbnails and did see some news. Okay, Lone. Okay, buddy. Okay. Anyways. I saw within thumbnails, and I was talking to my mom about people who are younger than millennials, who are Gen Z, which is super surprising out of nowhere. Gen Z within Russia is also protesting. I have no words. I don't know how it's going to play out for that. But I'm just gonna say to those who are in Russia, who are Gen Z, good luck. On your best. Okay? On your best strategies that you can come up with just to take it down. And they have been, yes. Thank you, Alone. They have been. But it's been crazy within this month. And last month, too. Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. Why do you think, put it this way, why do you think this is something that's another thing that I need to point this out. If you are living under a rock and not knowing shit what's going on, please check from both sides first before you say something. That's what I've been hearing about. But like I said, make sure you check from both sides before we try to say something. Because again, this is something that if somebody who's ignorant to not know about a person, doesn't matter who you think of, you gotta understand they're absolutely a fucking human being, and will probably mostly know about that, because I talked about that within the first live stream back on YouTube when I just came back. But like I said, everybody around the community that I made is a fucking human being, and no matter what you think about, doesn't matter if they're good or bad in their own opinion, they still have a life to give through. Like, think of things, for example, I'm living under my mom's roof, and she is doing all her best to try to give the possibilities for me when I was little. And she always fed me, she always cleaned my clothes, and now I'm, and now I'm starting to do, like, doing my laundry, starting to clean dishes, and all other shit that is a basic need to do. And, like I said, as you can see right here, and I might show it again, I cleared off the shelving portions of my clothes. That's my clothes right here. All this has been taken down for me to put another dresser right here. Not another one, but, like, replacing this dresser right here with another one that would be a little bit more spaced out, if that makes more sense. But again, just because my mom tries her best to keep my family, the rest of the family, under the roof, does not mean she's not a bad person. And right now, me and my mom, well, mostly my mom, is still trying to sue that one doctor that we were trying to sue, and it's in the deposition. It's in the deposition, in the making of the deposition. There we go. Which is in, like, I might get butchered for this one. Oh, there it goes again with my headphones. You know what? I might as well keep it off because it keeps on doing that all the time. But like I was saying, is that it's very clear that those people who tries to get the SNAP benefits, and let me tell you, my mom is on that as we speak, but cutting it off for her and the rest of the people who are on SNAP benefits, it's gonna be chaos. But right now, as far as I know, but we don't know how it's gonna play out for next month. Okay, we're about, let me see, 6 more hours until the next month. But like I was saying, we don't know what's about to happen with the next month because of that shit. Me and the boys, okay. Me and the boys are going to be turned into atoms with this one. But anyways, but like I was saying, it's like we don't know what's about to happen. You can't assume. This is why ignorant people don't, especially ignorant racist people, dude. Especially, I'm sorry to mention it, but MAGA is absolutely the major mistake to ever exist ever since 2015. But let me tell you, let me tell you something that I wanted to address. If you are so ignorant and racist to not know what the fuck is going on, you basically have the way of saying like, oh, you're the type of person that just doesn't want to look up shit. Like, dude, try to look up shit and get to the point. It doesn't matter if it's from any news that you see, or rather stuff that you watch. And there's reasons why that there's some people within the content creator space is being called out by other creators who knows the better answers too. Okay, it may not be the perfect answer and not be the best answer, but they're trying to give you to understand on why the administration of itself is tearing this. It really, again, this is why I fucking love making the second channel, because this is a good time for me to actually put that energy into that second channel. But again, it's like, what the fuck is the dumbass administration's doing? Like, you've been hiding the one thing that everybody's still trying to talk about, which is the Epstein files. Like, release it. This is called the Epstein Files Gate for a damn reason. But like, bro, it's like, it's all over the mess. Like there's reasons why that the government is so fucking good. But again, that's what, like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They were never gonna release it just because of those actions, what they're doing, especially doing the government shutdown with the 30-day right now. But that's okay. But like I was saying, wait, how? Okay, all right. And this is another thing I want to mention. But okay. Okay, Orlando. Alright. Okay, look, so, like I was saying,